Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. The Young and the Restless. Allison Lanier talks Summer's claws coming out, spills character's evil side and romantic future. The Young and the Restless I&R spoilers reveal that Summer Newman, Allison Lanier, pulled off a surprise victory against Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, who was livid when her legal maneuver successfully stopped him from taking Harrison Abbott, Redding Munsell, to Paris with Claire Grace, Haley Aaron. Summer has certainly done some scheming in the past, so she's not afraid to play dirty when the situation calls for it. With a mom like Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, I&R fans know Summer has learned from the best. When Summers backs up against the wall, she has the inclination to pull her claws out, Allison Lanier said in an interview with First for Women. Those old habits definitely come out, and you can definitely see it in now, with her fiery, sassy personality. Lanier admitted she loves that about her character, but she also enjoys how things are constantly changing on a soap. Daytime dramas are a great genre since they can bring so many layers and complications. While Summer might be sinking pretty low right now, she's always going to have positive moments that come back around. That's just how things work for the complicated residents of Genoa City. We're not all going to be totally good, and we're not going to be totally evil either, Lanier pointed out. As for Summer's romantic future, Allison Lanier opened up about that as well. Lanier was quick to say she loved working with both Michael Mealer and Connor Floyd, Chance Chancellor, since they both make her laugh on set. Summer is currently all in on her romance with Chance, so Lanier reflected on the maturity of their relationship. It's been a refreshing change for Summer after all the drama that's played out following her failed marriage to Kyle. That said, Lanier isn't ruling out a reunion for Kyle and Summer either. After acknowledging the history they bring to the table, Lanier suggested there would always be a lingering connection between the exes. As a result, Lanier made a prediction about potentially seeing that go from hate to love or friendship again. In other words, there's still hope for Kyle and Summer fans who might be wishing for them to reunite down the road. It's at least possible Summer and Kyle will find their way back to being friends, and once that happens, maybe renewed love will be a possibility too. For now, The Young and the Restless spoilers say Kyle and Summer still have some custody conflict ahead of them, so stay tuned for updates on any other bad news and power plays. Allison Lanier had always been fascinated by the complexity of her character, Summer Newman, on The Young and the Restless. As she sipped her morning coffee and glanced at the script for the upcoming episodes, she couldn't help but feel a surge of excitement. The writers were taking Summer in a bold new direction, one that would reveal her darker, more manipulative side. It was a challenge Allison was eager to embrace. In a recent interview, Allison shared her thoughts on Summer's evolving character arc. Summer has always been a bit of a wild card, she said, her eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. But now the claws are really coming out. We're going to see a side of her that's been lurking beneath the surface for a long time. Formation began with a series of subtle changes. Summer, once the sweet and somewhat naive girl next door, started to show a more cunning and strategic side. Her business acumen at Jabbit became sharper, her interactions more calculated. She was no longer content with simply playing the good girl, she wanted to be a force to be reckoned with. Allison reflected on the first time she truly felt Summer's darker side emerge. It was during a scene with Phyllis, her mother, played by Michelle Stafford. There was this intense confrontation. Allison recalled. Phyllis had crossed a line, and Summer just snapped. She went from 0 to 100 in a heartbeat. It was electrifying to play. The scene in question had Summer confronting Phyllis about her meddling in her relationship with Kyle. The tension was palpable as Summer's voice dripped with venom, her words cutting like a knife. You think you can control me? Think again, mother. I'm not your little puppet anymore. Phyllis, taken aback by Summer's ferocity, tried to regain control. Summer, you're being ridiculous. I'm just looking out for you. But Summer was relentless. Looking out for me, or trying to live vicariously through me? Face it, Mom, you're jealous. You always have been. The showdown ended with Summer storming out, leaving Phyllis stunned and the audience on the edge of their seats. It was a turning point for Summer, one that marked the beginning of her transformation into a character with shades of gray. Allison smiled as she thought about the reactions from fans. People were shocked, she said. They didn't expect Summer to have this in her. But that's what makes it so exciting. She's unpredictable. As Summer's claws continued to come out, her romantic future also took a darker turn. Her relationship with Kyle, once the epitome of young love, became fraught with tension and deceit. Summer's ambition and desire for control started to overshadow her feelings for Kyle. She began to see him not just as a lover, but as a pawn in her game. The writers crafted a storyline where Summer's ruthless pursuit of power led her to make some morally ambiguous decisions. She manipulated situations to her advantage, often leaving Kyle in the dark. Her actions created a rift between them, one that seemed almost impossible to bridge. In one particularly intense episode, Summer's machinations led to a major fallout with Kyle. He discovered that she had sabotaged a business deal to eliminate a rival, putting their relationship and their future in jeopardy. Confronting her, Kyle demanded an explanation. "How could you do this, Summer? I trusted you." Kyle's voice was filled with hurt and anger. Summer, unflinching, replied, "I did what I had to do, Kyle. This is about survival. It's about securing our future. But at what cost? You've crossed a line." Summer's eyes narrowed. "Sometimes you have to cross lines to get what you want. If you can't handle that, maybe you're not cut out for this." The fallout was dramatic. Kyle, feeling betrayed, questioned whether he could continue their relationship. Summer, however, was resolute. She believed in her actions, convinced that she was doing what was necessary to secure their future, even if it meant losing Kyle in the process. Allison noted that this storyline opened up new dimensions for her character. "Summer is becoming more complex," she explained. "She's driven by ambition, but there's also a vulnerability there. She wants to protect what she loves, but she's willing to make tough choices to do that." As Summer's dark side continued to unfold, the writers also hinted at a possible new romantic interest. A mysterious and equally ambitious character entered the scene, someone who matched Summer's cunning and determination. Their chemistry was undeniable, creating a new dynamic that intrigued viewers. Allison couldn't reveal too much about this new storyline, but she teased, Summer might find herself drawn to someone who understands her in a way Kyle never could. It's going to be explosive. The evolution of Summer Newman was a thrilling journey for both Allison and the fans of